Hi, everyone. My name is Kristen Enright, and this is Amy Benning, and we're with MindFire Communications, and we are going to talk about video careers for you today. So if you don't know, we are MindFire Communications, and we're located in LeClaire, Iowa. And what we do is in our name. The Mind is in the research-based approach that we take, and the fire is the creativity that we put into everything that we do. So throughout this presentation, I'm going to ask Amy a series of questions about video careers. And our first one is going to be, what are my options for different video or different careers in video?
Great. Well, it's a good question. I'm glad that it's something we can cover. So what we've done is we've organized here, and you'll be seeing this presentation throughout the time we're speaking, the options in the broadest terms. So first and foremost, videographers, editors, and what we call motion graphic editors, they are in high demand. This is a field in demand. Here's a breakdown of what each of them do. So when you think about a videographer, this is someone who has the camera. They're responsible for capturing high quality video footage. You'll see it in film, all the way to Hollywood, to commercials, many produced regionally and locally that make their way coast to coast, corporate events. Weddings, of course, is a big field, documentaries, and really importantly, social media content. That's something that we've seen a lot of in our industry. And I would estimate that MindFire is producing upward toward 30 of them, maybe even more a month on some months. So one thing that's important with videographers to know that this is a lot more than just knowing how to use a camera. Visual storytelling is what videographers do, and it aligns with the company's brand and or the goal of the product. Then you have the editor. So think of the editors as someone who's primarily going through video clips and using audio, whether we're talking about what's called a VO or a voiceover, and music, as well as creating limited visual effects to put together the story. So a photographer might capture an entire day's worth of shoot or a videographer, and it may end up in a 30-second commercial. That's the editor's role. Takes all of that videographer storytelling, moves it right to production. Another important field, and one that is also in high demand and is really part of this career path, is motion graphic editors. MindFire has two on staff. What they do is they animate graphic elements and they produce visual content and video productions. When you see that spinning logo, when you see that text comes up, even when you see a video that uses animation in conjunction with actual footage, that's what a motion graphic editor does. These are all really important fields. They're all part of what goes into the creative process.
All right. And our second question for the day is, who hires these jobs?
Well, I already told you MindFire does, but there's a little more than that. There are a lot of sectors that are interested in these kinds of roles. So we'll start with ours, advertising and marketing agencies. We have editors on staff, motion graphics. We work with a bevy of videographers in order to produce, edit, narrate, create voiceovers, select music, all of the pieces that create a tone. And video is one of those great tools that allows us to have a voice and have an image and storytell start to finish. It's part of almost every brand we works with. It's a tactic that they all use. But other places have a lot of opportunities here. Many of the large corporations we work with, they have an in-house video production. Video editors, multimedia specialists, often tied to their social teams, are all part of it. Corporate training videos, promotional videos, product demos, very, very important, especially the product launch, and then also internal communication content. These are all pieces that corporate communications will use with their videographer, their motion graphics editor, and then their traditional editor roles. In addition, event companies exist. These are companies that literally put on live streaming events. So for example, if you worked for a large insurance firm and there was going to be training on a new product and there was going to be a big event somewhere where they brought everyone in coast to coast, a lot of those events are live streamed. I don't see that ending. That's going to be a big part of this field. Weddings, can't forget weddings, big part of this industry. Then also performance videos. So when we talk about performance videos, I want you to think of any live event you've ever seen captured, whether it's a music event, and that doesn't mean just rock and roll. That means from the orchestral pieces to even conductors doing their work. Anything performance-based, theater included, event companies will often produce. Digital media and content platforms. Everyone uses them, so everyone thinks, this is where my career is going to be. Very possible. Online shows, YouTube videos, podcasts that infuse video, influencers and those who create content for a living on both small and large scales will often team with videographers, motion editors, and editors to get the job done. And then where you are right now, since we're talking to EICC, educational institutions, e-courses, lecture recordings, educational videos. These are all part of the education process and is often a big part of what you see happening at community colleges, universities, and colleges across the country. So lots of people get hired in this role. And what we would emphasize is that don't think about it in one sector, but look at the sectors we've discussed and try to find your connection as it makes sense. And thank you very much. I know we were suggested to give you just a 2 or 3 minute snip. I think we're going to be at more like 8, but we had lots of information to share. So visit us at mindfirecom.com if you want to learn more. And of course, I know the folks putting on this presentation know how to get a hold of us if you need to hear more. Anything to add, Kristen?
Yep, that's it.
All right. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you. Bye.